Excuse me. Previously on the Steven Factor.
It's like you watching porn.
Alright, everyone, what's up? This is yours truly, Mr. Steven, aka The Legend, and welcome to the continuation of the Steven Factor's 500 episode. This is episode 501, and tonight I am ready to continuation of the 50 Shades trilogy, and this is the second movie that I like to share with you, and it's called The 50 Shades Darker. Now, I really wanted to say this, but this movie is way better than the first one. This one is more extreme. This one is way more porn, to be exact. And when I say porn, I mean lots of porn. So many segments that I like to share with you. But if I would read this, I want to show you what it's about. Christian Grey and Anastasia Steele, based on the book by best-selling 50 Shades Phenomenon. When a room Christian tries to interest cautiousness Anastasia's back into his life, she demands a new arrangement before she will give him another chance. As two begin to build trust to find a stabilized shadowing figures, Chris's past starts to struggle the couples between Jack Hyde and Elena Lincoln. Now let me just stop this summary. Now let me show you what the movie is about. But I'm gonna tell you, that movie is so fucking long. Alright? The movie left off when Kristen Grey has a dream. Her mother's not feeling good, but it's been revealed that her rich mother raised him. And even his father treats him like shit. Since then, he have this another woman from the past, and her name is Leela, and she's been stalking with Anastasia all the time, and even she wanted to ask Christian what is going on in this situation. Meanwhile, they went to this museum. Jose create those 6 galleries, and Kristen Grey bought 6 galleries, and after that they came out in the museum, so they start to kiss. Then they went to the restaurant, and guess what happened? They have sex in the Anastasia's bedroom. Okay? Meanwhile, they have a little masquerade. Then they decide to go to the hair salon, trying to make her beautiful, make it more outstanding, beautiful, Meanwhile, Christian's past, named Elena, decide to give Christian Grey another chance, but also during the past, she was a very abusive woman, and she is trying to take advantage of Christian. And Anastasia's trying to tell the truth and everything to see what is going on at this situation. Meanwhile, in a house, trying to get ready for a masquerade ball, Anastasia wears a nice, wonderful, beautiful dress, and even pretty amazing that Kristen watched her, give her a nice, wonderful toy, and this toy has a little balls in it. It's like a little necklace balls. So what he did is he wanted to ask her to put on her mouth first, and then put inside into the women's tunnel to make it more even pleasure. Like I said, This movie is way too extremely, and this is way too much porn for you guys. I hope you guys are very horny about this. So meanwhile, they're in a masquerade ball. And then Anastasia decided trying to give a little bit of punishment after they do a little bit of charity. And she did. Christian took Anastasia into his childhood's bedroom. And guess what? They have sex again. Okay? Have sex again. Really? Have sex again. This is completely crazy. So, back to the party. Kristen's past is back. And I really don't know what is really going on between these, with this old woman. Because right now, things are definitely getting out of hand. So fast forward, Anastasia got a new job as a publishing. And even Jack is a nothing but an asshole trying to seduce Anastasia. And even he asks her he wants to make her come or something like that. And the same thing for Christopher Gray. He asks her to make him come. Like I said, it's like you watching porn, alright? It is extremely porn, folks. You know it was coming. But listen, it is. I mean, it really happens. These two villains are trying to get revenge on these two couples. They've been loving each other a lot. Christian Grey is trying to make own demands here. They kicked Jack out, lost his job, and everything will be back to normal. But it's not over yet. Meanwhile, fast forward, Anastasia went to the apartment, and Leela is going to kill her. She got a gun trying to shoot her. She met Christian Grey for the past a long time ago. And since then, Christian Grey just showed up. And the question is, will she kick Leela out? No. She can't. She told her to kneel. And Anastasia just went out. The music starts playing again. A little bit of singing, a little bit of song background. And there's so many song backgrounds while they having sex, to be honest with you. Meanwhile, went to the apartment. Listen, this is getting so long. I can't stand this movie. I really cannot stand this movie. Sometimes I can't remember. Sometimes I do remember. But sometimes it really ticks me off here. Anyways. Just give me a second here. Kristen wants to know where she been. She wants to know what is going on with Leela. Maybe she was taken to the mental institution and that woman needs help all the time. So since then, they worked out. And I hope everything will be okay. Meanwhile, Anastasia becomes as a new publisher editor. And meanwhile, during the restaurant, guess what they doing? Guess what really happens next? Now they're at a restaurant, and Kristen Grey tell Anna to take off her panties. Take off her panties. That's right. Take off her panties. Went to the elevator, and guess what happened? Kristen Grey bent down, rub her legs, and touch right here underneath, and feel that pleasure in the elevator. Man, seriously, this guy is so horny and he loves Anastasia for real. So anyways, they do a little bit of pool table, and guess what? They have sex at a pool table again. Meanwhile, they slept together. I don't know what happens next. We'll what's really going on in this situation. Yeah. Let's circle back for 1 second. I forgot I had to let you know that when she came home, the housekeeper just shows up, but when she went to the playroom, it was on lock. She trying to show us some wonderful toys that Kristen can have, and guess what happened? They have sex at Christian Gray's new apartment. Oh man, I mean that is a lot of sex scenes, to be honest with you. That is a lot of sex scenes. So let's fast forward. You have a trip with Ross, Portland, and it's been revealed there's a turbulence of the helicopter accident. And as you may know, they're officially alright. Maybe Jose is really heartbroken. Maybe he will win her back or something like that. So they saw the breaking news. Christian Gray's adopted parents just shows up, and now there's a little bit of twist. So before I'm going any further, he fell asleep. He have a dream, and he asks Anastasia to marry him. So she thinks she must be joking. So let's go fast forward here. They're at the trip. He don't celebrate birthdays. His parents trying to do that shit for every year. And now, meanwhile, yes, the helicopter just have a total accident. So, here's what happens. They're alright. They've been searching for him for hours. Kristen Gray just shows up. Meanwhile, they give each other goodbye. They give him the present. And it's been revealed she say yes. And now, guess what happens next? They're having sex again. Really, they're having sex again. So, they want to have sex in the shower while they put their clothes on. And now, do a little bit of play. Listen, I really cannot take this anymore. This is pretty make me sick. There's so many sex scenes that I want to remind how many they are. And it goes like this. First of all, they're having sex on Anastasia's bedroom.
What?
Having sex at Christian Gray's childhood bedroom. Having sex again at their own apartment in Seattle.
What?
Having sex at a fucking pool table.
What?
And finally, they're having sex at the playroom after they've taken a shower once again.
What?
Listen, I've been sick and tired with so many sex scenes that I can't remember. It would be more than 5 or less than 5. But you know what? It makes me sick, okay? I hate the tie scene, the spanking scene, or give her the punishment scene, or even give her a little bit of kinky fuckery scene. But you know what? This movie is completely fucked up, and I really hate it. Now, at the end of this scene, oh man, Elena shows up and trying to stood up to her, but meanwhile, Anastasia did the right thing to splash her face. Kristen Gray just showed up, and even his mother just showed up, smacking her face to tell her to get out of here. And also, he went to the garden with Anastasia, trying to bring back so many memories a long time ago, give her a reprisal. The fireworks been popping up, and Jack decided to give him revenge on Kristen Gray, and they all live happily ever after the end. And you know what? This movie is fucking sucks. I hate it. It is stupid. So many sex scenes. This is completely horny for all the horny people out there. If people who've been horny about this, y'all should need to go to church, because this movie is completely bad for you. Alright? And I really hate it. I really, 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 really hate it. And that movie is a total disaster. People really don't care. They just care about money. That's all. Just money. But you know what? It is not over. It is not over. Okay? I'm getting ready for a final chapter. And I'm going to watch 50 Shades Freed. And this is the only final chapter that I will never forget. And I will definitely going to share with you. Because if I will watch it, I will go and review it one last time. That's it. One more. Just one more. Watch